Have you got any rituals?
The only ritual I have is reading over and over again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It sounds boring if you think about it, but something interesting happens. You always catch something new. It's like when you watch a movie over and over, you'll always see something new. Yeah. So my prep is usually just reading it over and over again, and then you just break it down into segments. Some people some directors break them down into acts. I like to break them down into emotions.
I like that.
So this scene, how do we want the audience to feel? This scene, how do we want the audience to feel? And so on and so forth.
But specifically for this story, it's obviously based on Nyokabi's life. How do you actually honor her story without overshadowing it creatively?
I avoid editing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I am very big on editing. I don't like verbose things, but I have had to hold myself back. And just let the story tell itself. Yeah, I think for the most part that was it. I just avoided editing myself, and I avoided thinking this conversation is too long, the audience is going to be boring. Oh, let's cut this short and make it a little bit, that's pretty much it.
And when you're directing a deeply personal story like this one, how do you guys create that trust amongst each other? Of course, the other crew as well, but specifically yourself and Nyokabi. How did you guys actually create that, the trust and the chemistry?
So, that way you say when I'm directing personal stories, this is only the second one I've done. Actually, the third, even by Keys, personal story. I will say, if someone brings me a personal story, I would have to find you interesting to take it. So I just don't take a script because you've asked me to do it.
Okay.
It needs to do something. It needs to be a story that I want to tell. It needs to be something that people don't talk about, and then I want to talk about. Does that make sense? So. To me, story is what excites me about directing something. Because if you're just taking it for the sake of the job, then all you're doing is giving actors movements and making them learn their lines. So it has to be a personal thing for me as well. I must love the story. And I like contradiction. I like stories that make people shake a little bit, not sit comfortably in their seats.
That. Edgy stuff.
Edgy stuff. So the edgier, the better. And if you have range in life, because you could just have lived the same life over and over again, and there's nothing in. Not every story needs to be told.
I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I also like how you put it. If you have range, you need to be out there. Diverse.
Live life.
You have to have angles to your story.
Anguka kwa Matara, come back, go like this time anguka na nduthi. Next time like you have to live life.
I like
give us something to work with.
But you've known Nyokabi for some time, so were you part of the story as well?
I was not part of the story. Initially, she was being managed by somebody, and the commotion started there. And then she sort of just mentioned it to me in passing. Oh, I want to do this show and this and that. And then later on, when she made the choices, when she said, oh, let's do this together. But then I knew of her. I didn't quite know her. We met in 2019, yes. 2019 is when we met. But I had seen her work and vice versa. We were just seeing each other as those people over there. But we had never really interacted.
Did you at some point have some doubts about the story? You're like, nah, man, this one is probably going to be a bit too much, too edgy.
In fact, I didn't think it was edgy enough.
What?
Am I lying?
No, she's not lying.
I like that.
I didn't think it was enough. The shock wasn't enough, and then the audience made me feel like, okay, maybe it's enough.
So the story is obviously very intimate, very emotional. How do you approach the actual staging part of it, and at the same time, maintaining the vulnerable side of it?
We have to realize that acting is not acting. So when you think about it too much, then you end up. If my role is called Kev, I will end up trying to be like Kev.
Yeah.
But honesty is in being Kev himself. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Yeah. So I don't even know how to break it down anymore. It's like asking me how do people learn lines. Chemsha script to kunywe supu kind of answer. It's just the first trick. Just don't try to be somebody. Be the person. And by being the person means then it's walking in their shoes. They're figuring out why are they making some choices. What happened in their life to make these choices. And if you don't have the person to ask these questions, we are told to create something that's called a character Bible. So you have to create sort of your own world behind the character, so that by the time the character gets on stage or on screen, it's a 3D person as opposed to a 2D thing on the script.
Did you have any concerns about the script?
No, not really. No, I just didn't think it was edgy enough.
Yeah.
I just needed us to have more shock value. I'm like, give me more. But I had no concerns with it. The second act gets a little bit... It clutches at your heartstrings a bit, and so that was a challenge, because we thought it's going to be too sad. People are going to feel like, oh my God, now all we are doing is crying. But then we came to realize from audience feedback and stuff, that is what they wanted. That is the heart of the show. When we break the fourth wall and we open up to the audience and tell them, get into our show and now talk to us. Let's see.
Yeah, I like that. Speaking of feedback, by the way, do you care about reviews? Yeah, because I know there's some people who are like, I'll give it a 5. Based on such and such. Do you care about reviews? Is there room for reviews?
Care is a very big word. I listen. Yeah.
Expound on that.
I listen. Yeah. I take what I need to if I have to.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that you took time to pay attention to a work of art I have done and have thoughts about it. But I am not running to hear what you think.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to. It's just what you think or not doesn't really change the art behind the work. If you thought it was too sad, the story is what it is. We are not going to make it less sad because you felt some type of way. So I find in reviews interesting. That's what I'll call it. Yeah, I don't care, but I find them interesting.
Wow, that's amazing. So here's the thing. So I've had conversations where certain directors and creatives, elite kwanza from Hollywood, and they talk about how for you to create good art, in most cases you're not supposed to have regard for the audience. So ideally, is that what you're saying?
What I am saying is you have to create art that you would enjoy. Tell a story you would like to see. Create characters that you have come across.
Yeah.
It needs to be familiar to you and interesting to you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't create from a point of, I hope people like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very educational if you're listening. So obviously you've acted, you've directed, you've produced, you're an industry's babe.
For sure.
So what part of your professional DNA came out vizuri off of directing this amazing show?
What part of my professional DNA? I don't understand the question.
So obviously, you have different facets of your artistic life.
Yes.
Producer, director, an artist, creative. What did you have to use, to bring out the best of this show? Your actor side,
everything I have done, and I am now an intimacy coordinator, the first in East and Central Africa.
Intimacy coordinator.
Yes.
Okay, that's the first.
Yeah. And all these strengths is that thing I was telling you. You could be on radio and then you lose the job and you go sell gazette on the streets.
Yeah.
Everything I am capable of doing is because I'm an actor. It's because I pay attention enough to the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So acting is what feeds all these other things that I'm capable of doing.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever stop acting.
That's amazing. I like that. So when you read the script, what part of the script really hit you hard and you're like, wow, I can't wait to, bring this to life?
Most of it, because I couldn't believe that this girl has imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm like, have you watched yourself? Do you know what you're capable of? It was so surprising to see her from her own eyes, which is nothing like I see her. So it was surprising to see that she almost thought a little less of herself, or she felt a little broken. Yet in my eyes, it felt like... So to give you context, Nyokabi is an actor here. I hear about her. She leaves. I barely ever meet her, I think.
Yeah.
She leaves, and then we are connected while she's in the UK, and we work on something online. And then she comes back, and we hear Nyokabi is back, and she has this degree, this master's in whatnot. And Nyokabi is on TV, and then Nyokabi is on theater. Ideally, people who leave this country to go study art, they come back and they have to start from scratch.
I can imagine.
And it really felt like she came and took off.
Yeah.
So I couldn't understand all these things. I suppose, again, I was looking at her as a fan, or from outside, or as the audience, Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't understand the demons that she was fighting with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there parts of you that relate with, Nyokabi, the character, and of course, even her own personal story? And you're like, I feel you. I feel like my own personal story relates to what you went through.
All of them. Because I keep saying that we met when I was broken.
Oh, interesting.
This is this is the thing that I cherish the most about our situationship, relationship, friendship, business, partnership, is because by the time I was on the precipice of, screw this art thing, isn't it? And again, my surprise to when she says she felt all these negative feelings about the industry, because she gave me so much life. She was always about, we can do this and then we can do that. And that idea you had, we can do something with it. I was like, this girl is looking at things so positively. Maybe I should do the same. And so she sort of fed me back into the industry without knowing. Yeah. So I see a lot of, I'm like, this child, she'll get over it. Just give her time. A few tears are going to fix that. Yes, yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a similar question that I asked, of course, Nyokabi. What did you learn about yourself of directing this show?
That I work best under pressure.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
That's a typical response to anybody out here. I work best under pressure.
You have no idea. Because this show has so many moving pieces.
Oh, yeah?
There's new music. So the actors need to learn new music. There's dancing. The actors need to learn dances. There's acting. All these things have to come together. And then you have to go to a rehearsal and do a tech rehearsal. And then the lights are not working. And then it's beautiful how I thrive when everything is in chaos. Yeah, I learned that about myself. But I also learned that I have so much imposter syndrome working on Index 1 than I did with Misunderstood.
Oh, why so?
Because I felt like I understood a young person's situation with McKenna's show. But this constantly feels like it's my situation.
I thought that was going to be easy because, I mean, that's more relatable.
No, because then how do you fix yourself if you didn't even know it was a problem? Because Nyokabi is the type that deals with things, hence even putting a whole story on stage. Me, I wouldn't even allow myself to cry. And so she has made me, this show sometimes makes me confront some truths that I would rather not.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes. That answered your question.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to ask you something that's not related to directing movies and shows and stuff. They usually say Kenyans are going through a sense of apathy right now.
Oh.
Do you agree? Like, guys are pissed, guys are kind of hopeless about the future. Do you think that's true?
I think,
especially like millennials and Gen Zs, is that true?
I think Kenyans have very high standards. And that's a great thing. We have high standards with our music, with our TV, with our life, with our economy. And it's not apathy. It's just, you made roads. Okay, next. As opposed to clapping for you that you made roads. We know that we belong in a different space than we are. So it may look like apathy, but it's just knowing that we can do better. We can do better. We have been better. We can get back there and do better. Yeah.
How would you describe the psyche of Kenyans right now? I mean, as a director,
What is the psyche of Kenyans?
If you could put it in words.
We won't watch the show until you make it worth it. Yeah. They won't watch a show. They won't watch, and by show I say the government or whatever it is. We will not pay attention to you until you make it worth our while.
Very dope.
I think that's what it is.
Very good. Very good. You're very observant, huh? Sawa. So, the Rebirth, as we wrap up the conversation, when all is said and done, when the lights are out, the show is done, what's the one message you'd like for guys to walk away with, Nyokabi?
Life is actually what you make it. My mom always says that, and I'm always like, we hizo ma positive energy zako pia zinakuwaga mingi sana. You are over positive. But I'm genuinely coming to learn an issue is going to be as big as you make it or as small as you make it.
Yeah.
And even things like, honestly, it just that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Nice.
It's okay to fail.
It's okay to fail. Brilliant. Yeah. Maybe you can just clarify for folks when it's going to be airing and how they can actually... Is it going to be online at some point as well?
No.
None of that.
At least not now.
Live theatre is for live theatre.
Oh yeah.
We will come to your town.
Because I know that.
Yes.
Oh snap!
Yes.
Oh, you actually
We're
have
planning
plans
to do a
that.
Kenyan tour next year.
Yeah.
This is very exciting.
Yeah.
Doing Index One in different languages.
Yes.
You're also gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez, you guys.
So if we come
not
to Nyeri,
playing.
we are doing it that way. That's the best thing about this script. It's so malleable. You can make it
Yeah.
anything. Like what we're doing in Sarit Center is also a version of it, isn't
Of course,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, so you can make it into anything.
Yeah, my brother's in Kisumu, Joe Kisumu.
Hey,
Hey.
I love it, man.
they call me nice Githinji or Danger.
Danger, danger. They don't. That's okay, fine.
That's the newest christened me. Okay.
That's amazing. So thanks for coming through.
Asante sana.
Tell folks again where they can actually, catch it. You said Braben?
Our show is happening on the 13th and 14th of December at Braben Theatres, Gitanga Road, but at Austin Room.
Yeah.
It's a smaller theatre. We have a show at 2 p.m. Opening night is Tukukantu. We'll be playing Jonte. 7 p.m. we'll have Chimano. On Sunday, 2 p.m. we have Zia Africa, and 4 and 7 p.m. closing the show is Yoya Tajiri. Tickets are 2,500 on Mook and
Wag tickets.
and wagtickets.com.
That's the
Yes.
stuff. This is one for the family, guys, especially for the holidays. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a flash sale actually on the weekend, so if they can
Oh yes.
No, good
keep
stuff.
an ear out for that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you so much for coming through.
Asante
Nyokabi,
sana.
Hosting
nice.
us.
It's been real.
This was a lovely conversation,
Yeah,
Kevin.
asante. It's
Thank
been
you.
long, Annie, but it's been worth it.
Yeah, it's
Thank you for being
sure.
intentional about the conversation.
Always.
Absolutely.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
More of the classics and the hits you love.
Make some noise.
94.4 Spice FM, Nairobi.